Hi guys, so thanks for joining today. I'm Aaron. I'm the sales specialist here for Svantek. I cover the north of the UK. Just showing you a quick tutorial on our supervisor software. Now, our supervisor software is aimed towards health and safety managers, occupational hygienists, that kind of thing, whereby reviewing noise exposure, vibration exposure, that kind of thing, and making sure generally the colleagues are safe. So just to start, what I'm going to do is show you the configuration screen. So simply with that, I'm going to use our SV100A, which is our whole body vibration unit. So just in terms of the configuration itself, you simply plug your USB into your PC and then attach to the unit itself. And with a few seconds, it should load and take us through to the setup itself. So when it comes to the configuration, you're able to do that via the PC itself or also through the unit itself. Preferably from my end, configuration I find easier through the laptop. It's just a lot more clearer than going through the push buttons on the unit itself. So yeah, just to start, as you can see here, it's brought me through to the configuration screen. So essentially kind of how this works is you work through all of these tabs. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust that clock. As you can see there, that's in red, just basically indicating to me that the time was incorrect. So now after clicking that, it's given us the correct time of 10:04, which I believe we're at now. So yeah, in terms of configuration, you simply work through these 6 tabs here. So you've got dosimetry, channels, time history, display, general, auto run, and also the recording function itself. So as you can see here within the dosimetry screen, you've got various tabs that you can amend. So for example, start delay, I've got that here at 5 seconds. I'm not going to go through each of these purely on because of time frames today, but essentially in a nutshell, start delay is you say if you press start on the meter itself, it will give you a 5-second delay until the measurement starts recording. So yeah, as suggested, work through dosimetry, your channels, your time history, your display, general, auto run and auto recording. Once you're then happy with that setup, you simply click activate setup, and that is you through your PC talking to the meter itself that the setup's all in place. So when you start your measurement, you're all good to go. What I'm going to do, I'm now going to just quickly switch to the Supervisor Advanced. That was Supervisor Lite, just to be clear. The real difference is there's just a few fewer features on the Supervisor Lite tab. However, I'm using the advanced version because I have numerous files that I'm able to show you today. So I'm going to select one particular file within the data browser itself. Within the sample files, I've got numerous within hand arm, noise dosimetry, SLM, which is geared towards our SV971A and also our SV973 meters, and whole body like this one. However, for this particular task today, I am going to use a file for our SV104A personal noise dosimeter unit that we have. Okay, so as you can see here, just to be brief, there's a number of files. Now, when it comes to the files, once you start a measurement and stop a measurement, that's a file. You start a measurement, you stop a measurement, that's another file. So you'd be then 2 files and then so on, 3 files, 4 files, start, stop, start, stop. I'm going to use this file here at the bottom, which is a full day measurement. So based on 8 hours, an A8 measurement is what we call it. So you simply click into the file itself. After clicking into the file, it will bring you through to this screen here. What you can do within this particular screen, you can give it a particular project name, an author name, a location, so for example, factory, username, so Aaron, and a particular task. You can, within that file as well, you can also relay any particular comments you would like to say about that particular measurement or what was going on in that environment for that particular user. You've also got within the instrument configuration here, you've got the start time, the dates, the date of when it stopped, and also the time of when it stopped. It's got the particular unit type, serial number, software version, or all other information. What you can do, as you can notice on all of these tabs, is you've got a configurator tab. So within that configurator tab, that allows you to do more. Essentially, within the configurator, you can add in and take out what you want to see and what you do not want to see, basically. Within here, you've got your log of results in a nice chart for you to review. Now, what's good about this software, not with it just being very intuitive, very user-friendly, is you've got other options to add. So on the left-hand side, you can see numerous tabs. So you've got hearing protectors, you've also got hearing protector summary, you've got your configuration, log results, log statistics, your noise dose and your time weighted average, your noise exposure to ISO 9612. So what I'm going to do is also add in some other tabs and show you what else we offer. So the reason for bringing up this particular file, as it's an 8-hour measurement, is after clicking the noise exposure tab on your left-hand side, this then allows you, based on this particular file and this measurement, to review, if you'd like to review it as a task-based measurement, your job-based measurement, or your full-day measurement. Obviously, in this case, I'll be using it, I'll click into it shortly, but on a full-day measurement because it's an 8-hour file. But if you wanted to review data, if there was a particular task, for example, within your working environment, and you just wanted to basically get an understanding of the exposure based on that particular task or that particular job, that's when you click one of these according to Sue. So I'll now click into full day measurement. I can expand that out. And here, based on 8 hours, you've got your information there based on your LC peak, your LEX, and just basically those decibel values and readings that have come through the meter itself. You can also close that down smaller. You'll see why shortly, that I want to show you all these particular tabs, as it just gives you it just gives you more information for your user and for yourselves as a business, if you're carrying out your tasks, of what exposure your guys are being put to over that period of time. This is another one within the time weighted average. What I'd also like to show you as well is the hearing protector summary, which is a very nice feature for when it comes to noise asymmetry. It gives you some information here. For example, based on this particular file and the hearing protectors of, say, for example, you were using the 3M1100, it's giving you the readings down here of 53, and it's saying basically based on your particular hearing protectors that you or your colleague is using, it's giving you a risk of overprotection. What then that allows you to do is, within our database, we do have numerous hearing protectors which we have already stored, or if your particular hearing protectors are not present within our database, you are able to add those in via, if you knew the SNR, so the signal to noise ratio, and the other requirements that you need, you can simply input those and personalize it in a way if those were the hearing protectors which have rolled out, say, for example, across the whole business. You can click into the compare protectors. So this is just this is essentially showing you that based on this full day measurement, or say if it was a particular task, for example, if you were going that route, that would give you an indication of what hearing protectors are sufficient for you and your colleagues. So as you can see here, an acceptable hearing protector would be the JSP MIDI plug, or some good hearing protectors here based on this particular file would be the Ear EA Reflex 14, for example, or the Ultralift 14. Now, going back to the key thing, when it comes to health and safety managers and getting an idea of that exposure for colleagues, what you are able to do, I'm just going to toggle up. So what you can do now, I think, is key. When it comes to health and safety, the key thing is ensuring you and your colleagues are safe within that environment where they're working 5 days a week. Now, in terms of the database itself, in terms of the files and the report, all you need to do to review that report, you simply click generate report on that Word document. And with a bit of time, what will happen is the information that I've just shown you here on this screen, it will filter through into a real nice, easy Word document to store within your database. So you're able to look at those reports at any time. If you're questioned, for example, if for example, the HSE were in touch surrounding whether that was hand-arm vibration, whole body vibration, noise dosimetry, that kind of thing, you are able to provide them with these reports, and it will give you an indication of what I just shown you on that previous screen. Simply filters through into here. As shown before, you can edit these, give it a particular project name, particular author name, and that will store in a nice report for forever, basically. When it comes to the files, you're able those files will always be on the meter itself. Depending on the memory left on the meter, you are able to you are able to delete files to free up memory, that kind of thing. But yeah, all these reports, you can just store them safe. And like I said, if there's any questions, if you are questioned, you're able to provide that information and that evidence to whoever you need to provide that to. So I know it was brief today. Hopefully you found it, the software user-friendly, intuitive. If you do have any questions, I'll leave my email address within the chat now for you to get in touch. If you do require any further information surrounding the software, the equipment, whether that comes to hire or purchasing of the equipment itself, whether that comes to demonstrations surrounding the software and equipment. Like I said, I'm based in the north of the UK. If you are based down south, for example, I can also put you in touch with my other colleague if need be. But thank you very much for your time. And as mentioned, if you do require any assistance, please feel free to drop me an email. Thank you. Bye-bye.